That's going to make it really hard to sync up.
No, we'll do it at the same time.
I mean, if we get it exactly right, sure.
3, 2, 1.
Please do one on your own.
Welcome to the podcast.
There were like 3 claps and only one of them was on screen.
Please be
do
quiet.
one on your own.
Please be quiet. Hello, welcome to the podcast. The Team Boys podcast. We Team Boys up in this biatch. It's either episode 1 or 0. Depending on how this goes, this might be the special unreleased episode. And if so,
How'd you get
I'm worried
this?
about... Yeah, how did you get this? And also, I'm worried about how the rest of this is going to go. This is Barstool Film School, episode 1. Oh, God, no. So, yeah. What's on over there, Mr. Not on Camera?
Ha!
So, hi, I'm Nathan. To my left, we have...
Gowan. Hi, I'm here too.
It's him. It's your boy. If we switch over to the other camera, we have...
Hey.
And then off camera, we have...
There's this one. I'm Joe.
Yeah!
He's
Little
on-
Joe having a sat down on the floor.
Hell yeah. I just hate being on camera.
He's just Skyping in and our internet died.
This is our mystery guest,
Excuse me.
whose name you know now.
But it's even more of a mystery because I have no face.
But probably the people who are listening to us know us. So. Also, Vince, if we're ever going to be professional podcast gods, you're going to have to mute your phone.
Nah, that's part of the tech desk.
The magical tech desk, the magical drama alert tech desk.
Yeah, man, I've got it all.
I think
What about
Keemstar's
watching?
going to know to mute his phone while he's doing drama alert.
I don't know. I feel like if there's anyone on YouTube who doesn't mute their phone to record, it's Keemstar.
He just makes everyone else work around him.
Not 100% sure who Keemstar is.
You're lucky.
Hang on a minute. Have you never walked in the woods and found that dollar? Found that dollar?
To be fair, I don't even
I
get that
found those
reference.
boys in the woods. Did you guys, do you want to talk about that? Seeing as Joe wasn't there, we can explain it to him.
I mean, that's your story.
Well, we were all there. It was an experience. It's not a story.
I don't think it's any one of our stories. I think it's our story as a group of people.
It's our story, our origin, our...
It's sort
You
of
know
like,
our names. Now here's our story.
exactly. Yeah. Way to steal my jokes, Gowan.
Only God can judge us.
But God is dead, and we killed him in Boyswood.
Ooh,
So
I
Boyswood.
don't remember that part.
There was a time. It was not too long ago, actually. About 2 months. Actually, no, less than that.
Is it
About
less
a
than
month.
2 months?
Yeah.
That did seem a bit much.
So,
Within the span of the last few months.
Recently.
Back
recently
along.
we have been to Boyswood, and Vince got possessed.
Oh yeah.
And I'm worried that he still might be.
He hasn't quite been the same since.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So basically, please don't vape on my set. Oh yeah, I should also mention very quickly we are recording in Vince's room.
Yeah, I mean, if the set is anyone's.
I'm planning hopefully on recording in different locations every single time. I'm trying to steal.
Can't wait to be here again next week.
No.
It's not going to be
It'll
next
come
week.
back eventually.
I'm not going to be in Plymouth next week.
Yeah, well, I'm going to release this in January. All right.
I mean, this week in January, I'm not leaving next week because it's January right now.
Oh
Exactly.
shit. How was Christmas, guys?
Whoa!
was
I got
really good.
so many
I got
things.
presents.
I got gingivitis.
I think you've already got it, mate.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they don't know that.
Oh, sorry.
I like the idea of slowly building the image of Mystery Voice. You can slowly release physical details like piecemeal.
He's wearing a hood.
Oh,
It's a good tutu.
We can't have any more today.
Where'd you get the prom dress from?
I don't know. I just wanted to feel pretty, guys. Okay.
I don't know if a face tattoo was an appropriate Christmas present for your
Look,
family.
I murdered a man. I earned my teardrop.
Excuse me.
Oh dear.
So Boys Woods.
So Boys Woods, or Boywood, or Boys Wood.
Boys Wood, Wood.
Or
With a
Boys
bridge.
Boys in the Woods.
Boys on the Bridge.
You've heard of Boys in the Hood. Now, Boys in the Wood.
Wiz in the Wood.
Jeez.
The Wiz. Anyone seen The Wiz?
I saw episode 3. Pretty good.
I've not heard of the Wiz.
So anyway, back on track.
You've not heard of The Wiz?
Scott, I'm sorry, man. Just give me a second.
You will be. This little dude to my left hasn't seen The Wiz.
That's why he's such a little dude.
Hey guys,
He
I'm
never
ill.
got screwed up.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, me too.
I mean, yeah, me too.
I mean, yeah, me too.
They want a Doppler effect?
I'm not sure they're omnidirectional.
I am. You can't see what's going on below this desk.
So, Boys in the Wood.
The perfect fix.
It all started on one fateful night at a YMCA, where all good stories start.
John Kitto. Exterior. Nighttime. Bridge. Boys.
Boys enter left.
Boys enter left.
Boys ascend the journey to the bridge.
Vince. Oh, Boys Bridge. Nathan. Ha ha ha. Gowan. Ha ha ha. Nathan. Yeah, man. Boys Bridge.
Stop that. That's that's terrible.
So we were up on Boys Bridge, having a whale of a time. Then we went back into Boys YMCA. And then we left. And John Kitto, it's a bit out of the way for those of you that don't know.
For those of you not in the know, it's pretty fucking far away from where we are
You're
currently.
going to have to bleep that, otherwise we're going to get demonetized.
Bleeped it myself, mate. It's pretty...
It's very out of the way. We should have just got a bus.
Couldn't find one, mate. Couldn't find one.
Couldn't find one. So we saw the entryway to some
Well,
woods.
I should probably start with the fact that I was given very clear instructions over the telephone on how to get home.
Mm.
Because, you know, pretty hilly area rather. And I was told, go up the hill and look for the Warburton's factory, turn left, and you'll be straight on Outland Road. However, what we did was walk down the hill and saw the entrance to the Blair Witch Project.
Also known as Ham Woods.
Also known as Boys Wood.
Also known as Boys Woods Bridge.
Hamwoods.
Ham Woods.
Right next to BCA.
I know what you're thinking. Ham Woods, right? The Legend of
Woods.
Pig Boy. We'll
We
get
went
to that in a
searching.
moment.
And by God, I think he found us.
But also, I think more importantly, we found each other.
And some little boys on trees.
Some little...
We'll get to that.
So yeah,
That's the
Jeez,
cliffhanger.
you're getting ahead of
the
yourself.
scene.
Yeah, that's the end of chapter 1. Continue this at a later date. Keep this going for the whole podcast.
I mean,
Like, not even just this episode, the whole of the podcast.
The
like
overarching
history.
story for this podcast.
The next
You have
5
to watch
years.
the next
namesake
podcast
of
to
the
learn
podcast,
about boys.
so
Content.
it would be if we blew a whole load in the first episode, that would be pretty.
Well, dude, I'm about to spunk everywhere. So,
Anyway,
so we saw the entrance to Ham Woods, and Vince is like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Ham Woods. It's gonna be
Mate, I
fucking
can read
right."
my own lines.
And then I'm like,
he does a better impression.
I
of you than-
basically just go, I'm not.
Oh yeah, Blair Witch.
Yeah. So I basically
If you're gonna tell
go,
the story, tell
oh
it
yeah,
accurately.
man, that's a sick idea. Let's go in the woods and be boys. Because this boy thing has been going on all night with Boys Bridge, Boys YMCA.
It had been about 5 hours.
You
Now.
missed
mean-
out on a boys bench. I didn't recognise
I
it.
just completely forgot about Boys Bench.
How could you forget about boys bench?
Oh, there's so many boys.
Too many
They were
boys.
coming out the walls.
Too many boys in my motherfucking meal.
It occurs
Death
to me
grips.
now that it's a pretty redundant title to call it the Boys Young Man's Christian Association.
Nah, mate.
Mm.
It's fucking brilliant. So yeah, so we're at the entrance to Hamwood, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, that sounds sick. Just go and hang out in some woods. As I'm saying that, I'm next to like a wooden post. I just look on it, massive black spider, and for a second I'm like, nearly screaming. On the inside.
The pain in his eyes was lighting our way.
That's how we got home.
We followed the North Star.
So I was like, guys, actually, there might be spiders in here. There's some wind in here as well. They heard us talking about Boyswood.
I'm in a landlocked house.
This house is landlocked. Where's the wind?
There's no water anywhere.
So speaking of water, it had been raining recently. On that fateful night.
It was wet.
It was a damp boys' night out.
It was moist.
Some would say it was proper.
Some would say.
Some might say sunshine follows something.
I mean, carry on, I'm just making the story a bit more dramatic.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Now that's spooky. Also, can you check that the cameras are still going? All right, cool.
Whoa.
All right, no. It's good to. I'm glad to hear it. So, we start walking into Boyswood. I've got this little like video camera. It's like a digital video camera. Mini DV. Some would say. Some might say. Some might not say as well. Some shouldn't say at all.
I mean, you should probably say something at some point, Nathan.
I'm saying stuff.
You're saying
So
stuff.
we're in Boyswood. I'm using the light on the front of the camera to. Yeah, okay. Are they back on?
We're back.
Yeah, they're back on.
Okay.
We're back after that interval.
So yeah, the mini DV camera. Using the little light on the front of it.
Can we also point out that it was about 9 o'clock and for some reason pitch black?
I mean, it's winter.
It wasn't then.
It was autumn, though.
It was November.
It's not summer anymore.
Spring, mate.
Shut
Daylight
up.
savings.
It's
up.
pre-spring.
So yeah, it's about
Pre-spring.
9 at night.
It's autumn.
It's about
Double
9. It's
pre-spring.
about 9 at night.
It was late.
I already regret having our guest on today.
He's not even on. Just there.
He's just around.
I'm just here.
Not even in the room.
So 9 o'clock, dark, spooky. I decide I need to be playing some bangers so that I don't lose my mind in Boyswood.
And by bangers, he means music.
And by bangers, I mean bangers. Proper, real bangers. Like, I start playing... I remember entering Boyswood, listening to, get this, Return of the Mac.
Return
Oh.
of the Mac.
That was a good time.
Oh, return of the Mac.
Once again,
Return of the Mac.
top of the world.
Don't know the rest of the
You
song.
know that I'll be back.
Return of the Mac.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was playing.
So we're going along the line of pure legendary songs.
Pure happy music because we knew we were in for a bad night.
We included
The
some
pathetic
songs.
fallacy was like,
There's a little bit Buzzcocks, you know. There was a little bit of They Might Be Giants. I'm
No.
sure I dropped a bit of Nails in there just to mix things up.
I think
So
it was
what
mostly They
transpired?
Might Be Giants.
the deeper we got into
So-
the deep dark.
The thing about Hamwood,
Wood.
there's a map, right? Every about 5 minutes of the walk, there's a map on
And
the
there-
little side of the path. It's just a straight line. It's the scariest straight line I've ever been in my entire life.
Also, each map pointed a different way.
Yeah.
That was weird.
There were
didn't-
7 roads. And
So we
3
keep
boys.
walking in Boyswood.
And it's somehow getting darker and darker.
Well, we're getting deeper into the wood.
Fully under the canopy at this point.
Yeah. So there's not even any rain anymore. It's just nothingness.
You can't even hear the rain. It's like that kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't hear the rain because it wasn't raining.
Hey, it was raining in my
it was
mind.
raining.
Okay, boys.
For aesthetic reasons, it was raining, okay?
It was
guys?
raining, but we couldn't see or hear it.
It was a dark night. Rain splattered across the wood floor.
The eerie brush.
The eerie brush. So as we walk further into the woods, we start seeing strange things. Like, I think one of the strangest things was the little boys.
No. That's
not the
later on.
Okay.
Well, what we need to point out first is we'd been walking in the woods for a solid 15 minutes
Yeah.
in the dark before we realised we'd brought loads of lights with us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's probably where we got turned around. And I don't know, the path kept getting wider and thicker, and we kept like having this weird notion that we were being watched. And then we passed
Yeah.
the dark zone,
The dark zone.
the waterfall, the bridge to Terabithia,
Oh yeah.
where everything
yeah.
went wrong and the woods tripled in size.
I don't think we've been back from Hamwood since then.
I think we're still there.
Yeah, we're still there. This is all a dream.
It's a fever dream.
I mean, I'm here.
I mean, are you?
Are you?
But are you?
I don't see you.
None of us can see you.
They can't see you.
Who am I?
I don't know.
But are they?
Who am I?
Who am I?
So yeah, there was a weird waterfall and whatnot. Hey up, there was a weird waterfall. Don't give me that shake of the
So
head.
there was a weird waterfall.
And then, can I get on to the little boys?
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
when
time
they
If you
for
want
the
to
little
clarify the little boys, 'cause
There were
otherwise
little
it's gonna
boys.
sound weird.
all
So there
over.
were lots of little boys just around. What was going on there?
Honestly, we walked into
I
the
left the
woods and they were
YMCA
already
and there were
there.
lots of little boys all over
I
me.
swear.
There was already plenty of little boys,
So yeah, for some reason there were just little tiny little boys,
diddly boys.
like little diddly boys. They were nailed onto trees.
So
Like
what
some
were they?
freak-
Were they like dolls or something?
No, they were like these horrible, like gingerbread men that had been painted by like retarded children.
Maybe just young children.
Say that.
Same difference. They don't know
There
any
is a
better.
small difference.
They don't know any better.
So it's really creepy because they've all got different expressions as well.
Yeah,
Like
like
some of them look really happy to be nailed through the head onto a tree.
they started off happy, but like the deeper we got, the more like not scared, not sad, just deeply concerned for our safety they became.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, it would go from like really smiley, happy ones to like ones that just look like
They've
they've seen
accepted
some
death.
shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then there was just ones that were like,
And then there was one that genuinely screamed, turn back, get me off this tree."
yeah.
But you know,
I felt bad for him.
lost
but-
the footage of that, and he was quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were also loads of ropes in the
Oh
trees.
shit!
Oh,
Forgot
yeah.
about those.
Some of them, I'm not sure they were, but they did look like nooses.
They did. It
It
was
looked
weird.
a little
I
noose-like.
completely blanked that out.
I don't blame you.
I mean,
I'd forgotten that until this exact moment.
I'd forgotten that until you
I
mentioned
feel like
it.
I'm hanging from one of them right now.
I can feel it constricting me. Ow!
Well then.
So yeah, Boys Wood at this point is pretty fucking horrifying.
And then in the distance,
we find a little bridge actually.
we found a little bridge.
There was another bridge,
There
so
was
we could have
another
come
little
back
bridge.
across
Do
that
you know
one.
what was weird about that little bridge?
Go on then.
The water was going the wrong way.
Oh,
yeah.
No, like legit. It's
The tide.
As
Was
we
in.
were walking deeper into the woods, all the water was going that way, and then like after we passed the waterfall and got off the bridge, all the water was going this way. And like the weirdest thing is, was it was like a level ground the entire time. So I don't know how the tide would have changed,
Yeah, I actually have no clue what
especially
happened
considering they were both leading to a waterfall. So that water would have been going that way to go up.
there. Mm.
Bit weird.
They were both going up like that.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
So then we somehow get out of the woods and onto just like a little back road. This is a lovely little back road. Not black road, back road.
Whoa.
Don't know if
Ooh,
I'd call it
cut that.
lovely.
I mean, if you want to get serious about it, the tarmac was black.
Can you say that?
Can you say that now? Is that not PC enough for you?
Can you say that on the internet?
Is that not PC enough for you?
Are
Is
we
that
gonna
not
get
PCA
flagged?
Like
enough
the new
for you?
PewDiePie.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go and play some PUBG and say rude words now.
Say no to net neutrality.
Fucking Christ.
Say yes to not being neutral.
cutting that.
So, yeah. So we get out onto this little side road, and this is where the map of Hamwoods had been leading us. This was clearly the exit. So I'm like, oh, awesome, great. So we just walk up this way, and we should be like walking right back into town. So Vince starts walking that way, finds a little cubby hole into a different part of the wood, just starts walking through it. It's like there's not even a path in this one. There was a path for the entirety of the rest of the
I
wood.
got us out, didn't I?
You
I
got us
mean-
further away from where we were going.
Not true. We were trying to get out, and we got out.
So we were walking through this little horrifying part of the woods. And there's like a railing up to our right. I look down, shine the light down. I can't see how far down it goes. I'm not sure if there was just a big hole in the middle of the woods.
It just
The
hadn't
boy
let-
hole.
Another boy hole.
Needed to excavate that boy hole.
So yeah, this boy hole could have been like the deepest, dampest hole you've ever seen.
It was kind of warm.
Maybe
It was actually. It was a
Maybe
warm
in
There
your
night.
was
case.
like a dry heat coming out of the hole,
Yeah, and screaming, but
and
That's
the
not
sounds
important,
of what sounded like a sound.
that. Good read.
it
fuck
sounded-
off.
Good read.
I think I heard fire as well.
It was loud. Sounded a bit like a pig boy.
So then, we end up climbing up over this other railing. We're just on the fucking motorway.
Yeah.
And then we cross the road, because for some reason we decide it's probably better to be on that side of the motorway.
Well, the thing is, the motorway was cutting through the woods, so we had to get across the road to get back into the woods to get home.
And then I made the executive decision of we're not going back in the woods.
And that's why it took us 5 hours to get home.
Hey, it
Can't
didn't take that
go
long.
I
over
think-
it.
Can't
Go under it.
Oh
no.
no, we've got,
Got
to
to
go
go-
around it.
Didn't sound anything like that. I don't know what you were doing.
Now here's the spookiest part. My good friend Vince over there.
Hey, what's up?
Hey man,
Cloud Ripper 420.
add him on Steam. Did you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Nice.
Snappy.
So he's like, "You're right, lads. Just gonna go have a piss quick up against this tree."
We'd
innit?"
been in the woods for a long time, and I had to hold in my fear for even longer.
You're right, boys. Just gonna go for a boy piss right now.
Boys,
That's probably
were
what he said.
Just vamping.
So
That's probably what he said.
he goes. For
I think I
a-
just got in.
He goes for a little boy wee. Can't help it.
It's awful.
Talking about Boyswood brings this out of me.
You just can't stop.
Give me 1 second to blow my nose over here.
Okay, we're gonna give Gowan a second to ruin my story.
I'm sorry. I need to take care of this.
I keep getting a lot static shocks off this microphone. as
Yeah,
well.
it's
I
awful.
know. Went through my nose ring. Freaked.
Your Vince nose ring.
I've met him.
I'm sorry?
Did you just say my last name on the internet? Can I blow up your car?
You're gonna get hacked.
You're not being safe online.
Shout out to Watch Gowan too.
Watch Gowan too.
Watch going to.
Watch Gowan
I
is
don't
my
have a
new
joke.
live stream I'm setting up, which is just a 24-hour feed of Gowan.
It's your boy, the character from Watch Gowan 2. My name is Gowan. Watch this.
So yeah, Boys Woods.
My hero.
So Boyswood.
So yeah, Vince is just having a big boy wee.
It's
And,
large, hot.
I decide, because we're like going insane at this point, I'm like, I'm going to take a picture of him just having a piss from behind. I think that'll be funny. So I start taking pictures, and he turns around and like grabs onto the tree,
Oh,
like around it.
Nosferatu, Vince.
And Nosferatu Vince appears.
That was my rebirth.
And this is where we cut to like
Yeah,
a picture of it.
I'm going to flash this picture on screen for maybe a second.
Hang
I'm
on,
not sure
wait.
anyone else could. I don't think you can hand. It's like just like that.
So imagine that sweet boy becoming Nosferatu, Vince.
Imagine, eh? So, just like that. So, I didn't alter the image at all. What you just saw or are about to see, or maybe both.
Maybe
Camera's
it's
just
still
gone
there.
off. Maybe both. It's unedited and in its original glory. Here it is, or here it already was.
Well,
So
there it
yeah, we're
goes.
really freaked out by Nosferatu Vincent. And he's also bumping his mic, which is scaring me.
I don't like that.
Daddy, stop.
Sorry.
Static shock again. Fuck.
Should I do it?
Oh, it's a good job we decided to have separate mics, really.
Huh?
Else, this would be a bit of a problem, wouldn't it?
We can just mute you
This
for
whole
like the whole thing.
situation.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's better.
I'm just going to cut you out of the podcast.
Cool, thanks.
Just like the scene next to you is just cropped out.
It's just me stretched.
It's actually just a conversation between me and Nathan. You guys are just here to validate the fact that we did it.
You haven't
I
even
was
set up the
literally
other two
there.
mics.
So we're walking down this motorway, right? I think I know where I'm going. I had the maps up on my phone for about a split second
They
because I've
didn't
not got much
That's
battery.
all.
Well,
Oh.
and then a friendly wizard.
Yeah,
On
I
a,
was
Oh,
gonna
I
say we
forgot
met a
about-
wizard.
What we got about
we
the,
met a wizard.
the two-wheeler wizard,
The two-wheeler wizard.
the most handy, biggest asshole on the planet.
He was
Oh,
actually an
he's
evil
right.
wizard.
He
He
pointed
tried
us
to
the
trick
wrong way.
us.
He pointed us kind of the right way.
Then why did we go the wrong way?
We didn't.
Yeah, we did. We ended up in a cul-de-sac.
That was our fault.
Oh yeah, we did go a different way, and that was the wrong way.
Did you
so-
disobey the wizard's instructions?
I disobeyed the wizard's instructions.
Has playing any kind of RPG taught you nothing?
Well, he didn't want to help us. It's only because I shouted at him.
You can't shout at wizards. That's
How
how
else
you
do you get
get
hold of
cursed,
them? How
Vince.
Yeah, so
How
basically,
else?
That's true.
How else?
basically we're just walking down
else?
this road, being boys, listening to some boy tunes,
Oh boy,
as you
tunes.
do. I'm not sure what it was at the time. Probably something fun.
Some sort of boys tunage.
Yeah.
You know what it's
A
like.
tonnage of boys tunage.
smidge.
That's my greatest hits album. So, and then Vince or Gowan just turns to me and is like, bike. And he just move out of the way, let him go past. And Vince just shouts to him. He's like,
Oi! Oi! Mate! How do we get from Plymouth? How do we get to Plymouth from here?
It wasn't like that. It was more
it's
like
Scouser came out.
Every single impression of Vince you've done so far is completely accurate.
I'm going to lower that.
no. Boost
Okay.
it.
Boost
Bass
it,
boost
add
that.
reverb.
That's why I moved it further away.
So this friendly, evil, gentle wizard stops his cycling machine,
He had a leg-powered car.
and not the sort of one from the Flintstones.
Not at all what you're picturing. I can promise you that.
Imagine a two-wheeler powered by legs. That's what that guy had.
Man, balance.
Man was well balanced.
He had a healthy backpack.
I hope so.
Had a
So,
backpack.
Healthy back.
so he stops and he's like, "Oh yeah, just go down here and then turn left." And we're like, "All right, sick."
Ah, brave adventurers. You have gotten far on your quest. You are nearing your destination.
Kill Jester.
But Jester is our friend.
Killed Jester.
Do you want to move your mic closer to you again?
Nah.
You just hear this
Please.
whispering
It's
of
alright.
"Kill Jester."
Probably
in
If
the
I
background.
move it down, it's behind my head.
It is a bit quiet. I can see on the monitor.
I can do like this, but like anything other than
Yeah,
that,
no, that's
it's
better.
behind me.
No, that's better.
Alright, it's beneath me.
You are beneath me.
You are the wind beneath
wings.
my wings.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. At the minute, I think Gowan's the weakest link. Look at him.
I'm sorry. I'm normally better at this.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
told you to
very
dress
ill
up.
This
What's that shit
doesn't
about?
usually happen to me.
I have
Tonight's
dressed
just
up,
not
mate.
my night.
What do you think this is?
Not yours.
Standard.
Mine. Actually, it's Sam's. But I'm holding on to it.
Sam who?
Is that what it stands
It's
for?
Amanda.
Your food's getting cold.
Cutting that out. Your food's getting cold.
He's blessed. Where's my umbrella?
God bless Amanda. My actual hero.
Amanda's my mum though.
You're American
Mate, you gonna
Chinese
pop
mum.
some Mandy?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Oh yes.
So, this lovely wizard sent us on our path, on our journey, our exploration, our quest, some might say. And then we just ignored him and went a different way.
This is true.
It's very true.
And then we were all wondering why we got lost.
You
Yeah.
blamed the wizard.
I
And
think
then we
you've
blamed the wizard, and then about 5 minutes later, I was like, "Hang on, actually, that one's on me, lads."
You could never disobey the biking wizard.
So we went from Peveril to Saltash.
I think we're missing something here.
Now we were more like,
Viking.
oh, what's it like?
Saint Budo.
Saint Budo. We were up that way.
Yeah, that's where we
The
were.
bad time place.
Yeah. And we had a long journey back. I fell over backwards.
Oh,
I think I gave myself whiplash.
Vince collapsed at some point.
What?
Do you not remember that?
I don't remember that.
Vince was dead. We had to go over and make sure he was still alive, and he wasn't. He was dead.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, jeez, man.
I remember when Vince died.
That was right before we found the factory where I was made.
And then I started finding my body parts all over the ground.
I think you've confused Vince.
Only my penis, though, multiple times.
Okay, but the things I said actually did happen.
Oh yeah, of course.
They did. Do you not remember that?
Oh, the gay factory. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Jesus. The gay factory,
Yeah.
where I was built.
Wait, when did Vince die?
Yeah,
was
that's
just
a bit I'm
before-
worried about.
It was just before that.
Then who's this?
Oh yeah, we
We-
were on the motorway and we've got footage of it actually.
We stopped to look at some black sludge in a cup.
Yeah, and then I kicked it over and ran because it started activating. And then
And also because we noticed you had died.
yeah,
Beats me, man.
you were collapsed with your
Well,
eyes closed.
You might not remember you were dead.
That'll
That'll
be
probably
it.
do it.
That'll
You were
do it.
dead. You wouldn't remember it.
So it was a long and dangerous journey. Well, I'm glad to say we all died that night.
This is my eulogy. I
Somehow we
returned-
made it to the Britannia before it was closing, though. That was
Nice.
pretty
Oh yeah,
nice.
we did
Managed
go
to
to
grab a
Boy
pint.
Spoons.
Got a pint of
They
Coke,
didn't even
mate.
have
yeah, we
pints.
all had cokes.
Yeah, we all had Cokes, actually. Oh, no, you didn't.
I got sloshed.
You slammed it. We were there for like 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, we were there for literally 10 minutes.
And then we met my dad.
Oh yeah,
Remember
he
he
sat on my lap.
Gallon's lap and he had Coke around his nose.
His nose ring.
No. Did you not see?
Who was this?
Ben,
Oh, Ben, yeah.
my dad.
We missed out on Boys Park, though, if we go straight to that.
Boys Park.
Boys Park.
Oh shit. Warning motorcycles.
Beware motorcycles. We're going to flash up another image on screen right now. This was in Boys Park. And I don't think it needs explaining.
I mean,
Run
yeah,
the clip. There it was.
there's two
That was
separate
that
angles
clip.
available there you could use.
There
if you
are.
want.
There's a long boy one and a zoom boy one.
Mm.
So yeah. So we got scared of bikes.
I developed a new
especially.
fighting style involving a lighter, mostly made for intimidation.
Oh yeah, when we got mugged.
I mugged them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a bit awkward.
We almost ran into a different pack of boys. We saw 3 boys approaching. We were like, fucking leg it, mate.
It
We
was
realised
really out of
Afterwards
necessity.
that we were all on separate boys excursions.
We were all lost in this goddamn boys' world.
It's a boy's world.
And I'm feeling good.
So, and then of course Gowan showed us his new thingy trick.
Oh, that's where that started.
Do
Hey,
you want to do it for the camera? Because I'm not gonna look. Has he done it yet?
No.
He's done it now, hasn't he?
Horrible. Horrible.
that's my
Fingers
trick.
are on upside down.
Check this one.
So yeah,
Two
that's
week
probably
ban.
a video that's already come out.
I give that 2 thumbs up.
I give
If
that
you had
two
thumbed, I don't know about-
non-broken fingers.
Who's got 2 thumbs and can point at himself?
Not me.
Christ.
Yeah, and then we ran into Vince's dad, who had had a night.
He was coming home from work, actually.
Oh yeah, he was about to
Oh,
have a
yeah.
night.
No, he was going home.
Yeah.
He'd been to work, had a night, going home.
Yeah.
All in
A
that
responsible
time.
dad.
All in that time, we had been lost in Boys Wood.
Didn't come to help me once when I screamed for him. And boy, did I scream.
You couldn't stop that boy screaming. Trust me, we tried.
The dad call.
Don't do it. It's going to ruin the mic.
It is. If you do it over
That one.
there and we use the audio from
Yo.
someone else's,
Hang on, wait. Nathan, will you use your mic?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, how was that?
that's the dad
That
call.
was loud for me.
That's your one for the night.
Thank God.
Everybody gets one.
Ah,
Oh no, you've got it now.
I've had it for a while.
spreading.
No, it is taking over.
It is taking over. No.
Are we Cortex's like sidekick from Crash Bandicoot?
I was just thinking, the classic Igor.
No, we need the crystals.
Lighting change.
White line.
Hell yeah,
Going away.
sick.
Whoa.
Now we're playing with aesthetic.
Now
Welcome to-
we're playing with power. Let's run an ad.
Power Glove. Everything else is child's play.
It's going to be an ad for the Power Glove.
Bad touch.
What? What's wrong with Power Gloves? How did they hurt you?
Some questions don't need to be answered.
This episode of the Team Boys podcast is brought to you by the Power Glove.
This episode of Team
Coming
Boys
back.
Boys Pod Boys is brought to you by Repressed Issues.
Pod boys.
Pod Boy.
This episode of the Team Boys podcast is brought to you by the color purple. That's right, the color purple. We got 'em, guys.
Get your color purple today. Only in sale at your local consumerist establishment.
So anyway, I think the Boyswood portion of this podcast is done.